January 14th, 2016. I got week 1, week 2 continued. I'm just going to talk about a couple of things that happened over the last couple of weeks. I seem to leave out some details in between talking about music, and I just want to bring you up to date on what's going on the Gordon side of the equation. Started out January. We had an appointment. I guess I should back up and say up to this point, if I haven't chimed in, Gordon had a stroke in October and has been recovering from that since the last 3 months, and pretty much bedridden. Even though I've seen the improvements from week to week, from month to month on the stroke side, we was also informed at that time that he had stage 4 cancer. So he was in the process of getting to the point of treatment for the cancer, and then the stroke kind of put everything behind the 8 ball. So now that he's, I wouldn't say pretty much recovered from the stroke, but I'm going to say he's not walking on his own, but he can walk with a hand on the shoulder. So that's much improvements than it was before. The problem is now is that the cancer has advanced to the point that we're not able to proceed with the treatment. Of course, that's kind of here or there. We need to still see his primary doctor this coming week and discuss how to get him in the hospital and get the port in and then start the treatment. With all that said, he has his highs and lows, and just like tonight, he was feeling good most of the day, and then all of a sudden he gets an attack, and it gets to the point that I almost call 911 and have them come pick him up. But it subsides, and he makes it for a few more hours or a few more days, and then another attack. And then it's more, not to say attack, but physically he feels bad. Not so much, as he puts it, pain-wise, is just uncomfortable, extremely uncomfortable. One of the part of the cancer is metastasized in his neck, one of the glands in his neck, and definitely this last day or two has swollen up. You can feel it swollen up. There's not really much the time that we took him in for that they can do with it immediately, besides just get him stabilized and get him comfortable. So the process now is to figure out how to get him in, because the last 3 times I've tried to take him in the hospital has not worked. I got not very far from home, and the last 2 times just to the end of the driveway and had to turn around. So I think the next time we take him in the hospital, he's going to have the ambulance drive him in. So we're waiting on that. In the meanwhile, I talked about getting a record player, and told you about that. And we opened it up because he has a bunch of records from his folks, from Grandpa Frankie, which he talks about, and I've talked about a lot. I had a bar, and I finally dug out the 3 boxes. I got the record player out, and their anniversary on the 6th, and let's talk about week 1. Their anniversary of their death, they both passed away on the 6th of January, which is they both went out on the same day, which I think Gordon holds dear, January 6th. So we dug out some of the records and decided to spin. They are 78, so big, heavy. Some of them were cracked, and we went through and we really tried to find some that he remembered. I got a lot of the name tags because Grandpa Frankie had a jukebox, and a lot of these were the name tags in the jukebox. Steel guitar rag, and some of these date back to the 50s. Smoke Rings by Les Paul and Mary Ford. That one I can't even read anymore. So it says on that side. Elaine Wilson, Guy Lombardo, Gaylord Carter, Homer and Jethro, Vince and Oscar. The one that he remembered, and we couldn't find it, but he pulled it up on his iPhone and played it, was Caroline. I'll have to think about it. Ramblin' Man. Some of the records, I remember some of the names, hearing it. On Top of Old Smoky, I remember finding it in there. We played, but Clementine, that's the one I was thinking. He played. One of the records we looked up, and it was dated 1952, and he played it. I don't know. Let's see. There's Burl Ives, Tex Ritter, Jimmy Dickinson, Tommy Collins, Lefty, Lefty, Frizzle, Hank Snow, Wedding Song. Some of them were a lot of, I wouldn't say classical, but big band. Big bands were popular in the day. So it made me, the whole time I was thinking of, behind me is Gordon Lightfoot's Gold. And I think it's the best $2.99 that I spent. But so I went record shopping on my own, since we dug through and really couldn't find any that he remembered, and it was kind of a kibosh, but it still was the thought of doing that. So we too went out, there's called a half price bookstore, and they always carried albums, and I had really good luck. I found a complete, but I think out of 7 out of the 7 albums, one was Gordon Lightfoot Gold there, and we had that. Gordon did turn me on to Gordon. But it's Gord's Gold, and on that one is Old Dan's Records, and I'll play that when I'm done here. That talks about digging out the old man's records and playing them and dancing the jive to the old 45s. So pretty catchy tune. So but I was thinking, Neil Diamond. I'll be playing a lot of Neil Diamond because there was at least six of the 7 albums from Neil Diamond and classics. So I refreshed sort of my album collection. And so I'll be talking about a lot of music coming up here. But that's what's going on Gordon's front. I think we had this week come in hospice and talk to them. And they pretty much gave us the indication that he's not ready for hospice, because he's not. He's very quick wit, and pretty much knows what's going on. I think we think of hospice as the end of days, when you need that urgent care, and that's when they come in. But we kind of ran them off, and we're going to have to go back to square one and try to set up an appointment and get him in, get the port put in, and so we can get some cancer treatment started. But in the meanwhile, I'll keep you in touch and what's going on. But that's the gist of that, and that's just between me and you, because I'm not supposed to be saying anything. Remember, so don't be telling your friends. Just word of prayer. Think about him, and know that he's in good hands. But here's Gordon Lightfoot, Old Dan's Records. I'm only going to have to play about 15 seconds, and then they start chiming out.
Get out Old Dan's Records. Get out Old Dan's Records.
Gordon Lightfoot, Lord's Gold.
We will dance all night long.
Lots of good songs on here. Yeah. Double album. I like the ones that have the, you can split them open, see what's going on, and yeah, we got some good times coming. January 14th, 2016.